Most producers think you need crazy chord progressions to make a full sounding track. But what if I told you some of the best beats are made using only one chord? Producers like Weezy and Des Wright only used one chord on Young Thug's Money on Money.
Ran through sex, hey, Louis V Flex.
Whereas Party Next Door used one chord with a bit of melody to create a completely different vibe for an R&B beat. So in this video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make two completely different beats just using one chord. So let's find out. So how do you make a one chord beat not sound boring? You switch up texture, you vary the rhythm and melody, you focus on emotion and dynamics, and sometimes adding or removing layers makes it feel like the chords are moving. So let's start with the trap beat. For both of these beats, I'm going to use the F sharp minor. And in order to use this minor up to the 13th degree, this is going to be on the scale of a C minor, making the F sharp the 4, and this makes it work perfect because you can have any note playing at any time without it clashing. But just like on Money on Money, it's layered with synth pads. So I played in this pad on a minor 9th. But I wanted to give it a different kind of texture, so I used this portal which turned it into like an arp. Then I layered another arp synth texture which give it a different kind of rhythm. Then lastly, add another heavy synth, and using these two notes that are close together, create that like a darker motion that Metro Boomin would use a lot. Then adding in this dark top line melody. Again, using them half steps to create that dark emotion. Then I added in this long string, again with the half steps. Then adding these stabbing endings. Then I found these texture loops to give the whole sample a little bit more character. As you can see, everything so far is just all about layering. Everything is so simple, but if you add in the right kind of sounds, it works perfect together. Then for the next section with the drums drop, we want to change it, give the sample a new texture and new dynamic. So I added these key arts, which you can hear have that reverse texture. Then to fit in the dark vibe of the sample, I added this lead with the half steps. Then I added this guitar, which feels like the most important part, and it fits perfect with the drums, as you'll be able to see later. And as it's repeating it over and over, to make sure it doesn't get boring, I chopped this part, then just stretched it and just pitched it down. Then again, to create texture and create a stepping stone between the two sections, I added this synth run with a delay automation. Then for the 808s, they're hitting on that bass note. But to make it sound a little bit more exciting, I just added these slide notes at the end. Then when you add some drums, it sounds like this. Before we get onto the next beat, I want to bring today's sponsor, DistroKid. If you're producing songs and collaborating with other artists and producers, then this is perfect, as you can add as many collaborators as you want and give each the correct amount of splits. They offer a bunch of free tools and make it super easy to upload your music to all streaming platforms. And the best bit is you keep 100% of all your earnings. So if you want to sign up, you can use the link down below. You will get yourself a 7% discount off your first year subscription. Now that brings me on to making the R&B/neo soul beat. Most R&B songs are really recognizable with using progressions like the 2-5-1, but you can still make great beats just using one chord for artists like SZA, Leon Thomas. So for this, we started with an electric piano, but this time we created inversions just to spice it up and give it that R&B flavor. Then to create an atmospheric feel, I used a heavy reverb with automation that creates like a build-up feel between the gaps of the chord. Then I just added a pad for more texture. Then I added this piano stabbing, which I actually layered it with a perk, which you can see I used velocities to gradually make it fall down. And little tricks like that just create that subtle rhythm. Then added this synth ending, again using those half steps, which also works perfect in R&B because it creates that raw emotion. And to give this sample more dynamics, I added some heavy strings, still using the same one chord, but creating different variations. And this just gives the sample that nice emotion and fullness. But to not make it overpowering, I created this volume automation, so it's gradually going up and then out. Then I layered a few guitars to give more texture and melody. First, I added 2 different guitar arps. Then I layered over these guitar noises with a pitch delay, which you can see I created an automation for. Then I layered a trombone sound that I just think fit perfect for the R&B. And I just want to play these on their own. Then together. Then for some low end, just a simple bass with those riffs that just give it some kind of flavor variation. And lastly, when you add the drums, it all sounds like this.